Hello my friends and welcome back. I'm coming to do a layout for Shimmerz paints and I'm going to be playing with the new May Color Kits collection. I have lots of gorgeous mixed media happiness, which I have swatched here because I always like to give myself a good idea of what I have. So I've got the color kits, mixed media goodies, I've got the bonus bundle on hand, and I have all of the paper part of the kit with the gorgeous little embellishments and the dots. So I have all of the things. So I have some homework that I wanted to talk to you about before I get creating. I want to go ahead and fussy cut all of these pretties out so I can just start tucking and doing my thing. Don't have my full design planned yet, but I'm getting there. So I have that. Now, I do have my cut file that's also part of the color kits. So I have this piece, Golden Season. What I think I want to do, actually what I know I want to do, is the word golden I'm going to be doing with golden wheat. It is just stunning. And then I've got this word, or this inklings in First Blush that I'd like to do the word season with. I think I want to do that. You know what I should do? I should do First Blush. Is that what I want to do? Is that what I want to do? Yeah, I think I'm going to do First Blush for the whole thing, and then these letters that pop out, I'm going to do in the golden wheat. So that will be really pretty. And then how do I want to do the background? I went ahead and this is what the cut file is in the kit, and then I did a little outline. So how do I want to do that? Because that's going to be beautiful, but we're going to have like this kind of tone. Maybe chip off the old mauve because it'll be kind of bold. I can just go ahead and spray that piece, let it dry. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so that will be a really good start, right? And I'm just going to quickly paint it. I'll show you when we get to that. Now, this piece, I want to do some clear gesso here because I do want to get some mixed media on here. I'm not even sure how, I just know I want to. And I'm going to mat this gorgeous piece. This is what it looks like on the back. Oh, it's so hard to pick. And then I'm going to go ahead and mat it onto this piece because I want a little bit of that really nice golden yellow for my mat. I will, of course, gut the insides. And I think I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut all of these little floral bits that are on the inside that are not cut into, so I can use those as die cuts too. Great. Then I want to cut from this piece like a row of 3 of these arches and then a row of 2. So I'm going to have, I think, 3 on the bottom and 2 on the top coming down. I think that would be really, really pretty. So that's what I know I want to do so far. So I've got to get clear gesso here so I can kind of muck it up in a good way with mixed media. I haven't even picked out my picture. I'm just like excited about starting a design. I'm just like, oh, let me put all the things. So let's see. And then I guess after that, once I really get going, oh, isn't that cute? Then I'll have a little bit more of a plan about which of the little die cut pieces to bring in, which of the tags to bring in, all of that kind of stuff. I just don't have a plan yet. I just want to do all of the things. So I know I need to cut pieces here. I'm going to clear gesso to start so that I can really get working on that. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to get clear gesso on the center, set it aside to dry. Plan A. So guys, I keep a mixed media box for doing spraying and stuff like this. You can see it's a mess. I have wet gesso right there from doing my background paper. So this is Chip Mauve, the old block, which I find to be quite funny. And I just wanted to messy spray this. Does not have to be perfect. I actually like that it's not. And that's it. That gets to spray and it'll be beautiful and happy and wonderful and ready when I am. So I'm going to put that to the side. Then let me put that over to the side. Now I have these pieces here and I told you I wanted to do golden wheat. Where's my golden wheat Shimmerz? Here it is. I'm going to just go ahead and really simply, my hand is a little pink, I think, from that golden mauve. I'm going to just grab a quick little paintbrusheroo. Now the Shimmerz already have the product wet There's liquid in there. We are good to go. I'm going to grab my Inklings in First Blush and get a little bit of water in there so it will be working and ready when I am. Because that's what I'm going to do this. All right, I'm going to do golden in the gold. I'm going to do golden season in the First Blush. So it's not gold, it's called golden wheat. Okay, simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm gonna just grab some product. I'm gonna mix it with my brush since I'm gonna be using it anyway. And very, very simply, I'm just going to give it a really nice coat of paint. I paint right on top of my mats all of the time, partially because it holds down the paper nicely for me. Getting like a little tiny hair from my paintbrush. It holds down the letters or, you know, whatever the cut file is really nicely, right? So I like to do that. There's some really nice shimmer hanging out in here. And I want it to join its friends. And then when it dries just a little bit flatter. That's all. So I'm going to do that here. I'm going to go ahead and paint the whole golden season in First Blush. I think it'll be so pretty. So super pretty, gorgeous, lovely pink called First Blush. Now, I do like with my Shimmerz paints that I can build them up. You can have super pale, you can go much, much deeper. You can add some splatters right now and have it kind of blend. You can do whatever. Just use your goodies and play with them and kind of see what you get. Because it's the best way to get to know them is just by doing lots of experimenting. Or at least that's what I've decided. So I have that. I really like how this feels. I'm going to let this piece right here dry a little bit. I think it's going to be super pretty. And then I want to get in there with some splatters with the pink lemonade vibes, I think. I think that's what I would like it to do. So I might just go ahead. I'm going to get it rolling a little bit. I'm going to splatter right on here. It's going to be totally fine. I want to make sure that that pigment is in there because it is absolutely stunning and we get some of that little sparkly goodness and it will be good to go. Perhaps I should call it shimmer because, you know, it's a shimmer. So I'm just going to go ahead and just get some splatters right on top of the word golden. I think it'll make it that much more beautiful. And I know I'm going to be doing some painting on my background, so I figure we might as well start making things look cohesive because that's what we do. Okay, we have that going on. Let's see. So the first blush, that the Inklings, that is part of the bonus bundles. I don't know if I told you that. My pink lemonade gorgeous vibes, that is what I just splattered. Chip mauve the old block, that is what I have. That's what I have for this background piece right here. I still get to play with eggnoggin vibes and pixie dust. These are a couple of my lighter shades. I think they are gorgeous and beautiful. This gives us the best bit of iridescence. And I think I'm going to really play that up on the top layer of things. But let's see how I feel about just getting a couple splatters with this though while we're at it. I think I have to mix it just a little bit more. It was just sitting around, but it's going to be a nice, pretty bit of vibrant happiness. So pretty. Okay. Just going to go in and guys, not super obvious. It's just going to be things kind of going on in the background. How does it look? How do you like it? You know, all that kind of stuff. To bring all of these products together. I do like to be a little messy with my mixed media, as you can tell. I totally just go for it. Okay, so now I have to set all of this aside to dry. I have lots and lots of things that I want to fussy cut out. I decided to grab a stencil that I have in my stash. It is from the Shimmerz store that I got a number of months ago, and a little bit of cloud whip, and I thought I would do a little bit of stencil-y work. Guys, keep in mind, I haven't even printed a photo yet. Just going for it. I'm trying to decide with my little pink layers that I'm going to be bringing in. I think I want to do 3 and 2. So there are just these really pretty little leafy bits. I'm going to just go right on top of this. I clearly have used this stencil before and barely cleaned it, I can tell, because yeah, there's some pink on it. We're going to see what happens with that. Now, I'm going to do kind of haphazardly in the center, but I just wanted something for my mixed media to pool around. And this won't come out perfectly, and that is legit what I'm going for. So just getting some quick something in the background. The cloud whip is kind enough that it dries pretty quickly. See, just something going on. That way it can all dry at the same time. So my modeling paste has dried, and I like it just really, really messy leaves. I'm going to have this large scallopy piece and a set of 3 at the top and a set of 2 at the bottom. So I have that. I've got my title all taken care of. I love the way it turned out. Wasn't quite sure because I was going to do pink on pink, and that sparkle makes it just shine right off. It's perfect. Okay, so as I say that, I'm going to go ahead and do pink on pink on pink on pink. I mean, I'll do some yellow, of course, too. But I love the idea of just kind of going for it and seeing what we get. Guys, look at that. Whoa. All right, super pretty. I'm going to get a little bit of movement with some water because we can do that because we have gesso. Now, keeping in mind, I also know that I'm going to have this all the way down to the bottom. It's okay if it ends up a little bit extra messy. It's fine. So my thoughts are that these 2 sides can end up melding. So we've got Chip. Guys, I have the hardest time saying my title. Chip Mauve, the Old Block. Yes. I keep saying it like backwards in my head. Okay, so we've got just a little bit of super messy movement, guys. I'd be super happy with it the way it is right now. Like, totally. I'm fine with it. I think when I look at it, because I know I want the pink to go all the way over. It doesn't have to be like strong all the way over, but very, very nice. Okay, I have that. Now, eggnoggin is quite the vibe. So, actually, it's a vibes, get it? Oh, I'm so punny. So let's go ahead, doing eggnogging right along that seam. So I think it's gonna blend a little bit. Oh, guys, I love that. I like that. So it's a bit tone on tone, but it's giving me a nice little blended seam that I was hoping for. Okay, now let's get, because I feel like just doing all of the colors, I'm gonna do just a couple of splatters with pink lemonade down here. It's gonna give me a little bit of variation in tone, which I like. I say little and I just start going heavy, but I like all of the things. I think they're so darned pretty. And it's going up into the eggnogging color a little bit, and it's perfect. It's giving us a little bit more of, this is our layout, this is our homegrown, exactly how we want it to go. Now I'm going to get into the pixie dust, and I could have mixed this up before with my little stir stick, but I figure I'm going to be doing some kind of heavy splatters with this. This is where I'm going to get a huge bang for my buck with, like, I guess color payoff, I guess. It's not even color, it's a white, right? But it's going to give us all of the sparkle and shine in the world. Just like boom, boom, boom. Now I'm dipping my brush into water before I go into it. And the reason why is I want it to be able to splatter really well. So we're just going to see little bits of sparkly goodness here, there, and everywhere. It's a little strong there, so I'm going to pick up some. And it's going to blend, and it's going to be pretty, and it's probably, unfortunately, going to be prettier in person because that totally happens with stuff like this. But I'm going to hold it up in just a moment. And then finally, I want to grab just a little of the golden wheat to do a little extra something something up here, just like we did with the pixie dust. Just gonna grab a little bit, and I'm going to get it good and wet. So I have some deeper tones going up here, meeting kind of in the middle, of course, and a little bit. My extras can totally come down here. Don't say anything. I'm going to do a little bit of cross splattering because I love a little bit of gold. The picture I'm going to use is of my daughter and her sorority sisters. So they were definitely golden. And they went to a school where the mascot was the Golden Grizzlies. So it kind of just works. All right, I have that. The only other color I need to bring in really, like a little tiny bit, and it's kind of dry, but we're gonna activate it because it hasn't been dry for, long. It's this First Blush color. And it gives us a huge amount of shimmery, gorgeous, amazing payoff. So I think we need to wake it right back up. There we go. Just go ahead. Right, so I'm getting that on there, just a few little splatters of that gorgeous pinky shimmery tone up top. And now I'm gonna let this dry. I'm not gonna heat set it because I want to be able to really see all of these different tones and how they pool and all of that gorgeousness. All right, let me show you, and then I'm gonna just let it dry. Can you see all of those gorgeous little bits? All right, we're gonna let it dry, and then we'll come back and put it all together. I wanted to do a quick check-in and show you how much gorgeous shimmer I have going on in this background. Now, I do have a row of kind of 3 scallop pieces here, 2 here, and they're scuffed up. Great. I feel like I should scuff up the edges of this because I have other things scuffy. We'll work on that. Got my cute, oh, I got to move my little tiny yellow piece. It's little. I think I should put a tiny bit of adhesive or like liquid adhesive on it because it's just so little underneath my G. So I have that. I'm thinking right now of putting it there. And I've got this really pretty photo of my daughter and some of her pals. I'm going to go ahead and double mat it. I'm going to mat it on the back side of this one, I think. Or do we want to do this one? I don't know, guys. It just matches so incredibly well with the roses in their backdrop. Super pretty. So we have that. And I'm going to also use a bit of this yellow because I don't want to waste anything. So we have that. Now, on this yellow sheet, it had all of these gorgeous daisy kind of florals. And I cut them all out. And I have all of my pieces that were on that die cut sheet all cut out as well. So I have lots of ways I can play and decorate. I've got a title. Now, I want to do another layout with these dots because I love the shine you get from them. So I'm only going to add a couple. I'll probably add these 2 maybe and save this one. I think I'm going to do that. I'm not quite sure, but I think. Now, guys, I still have my beautiful sequins. I've got my little bits and pieces here. I mean, it looks like these shiny enamel dots and chipboard pieces. So we have lots of things. I just thought I'd show you. I'm going to go ahead and double mat this little photo that I have. And then I'm probably going to go like slightly off center with it. What I'm thinking then, and I'll pop it up on adhesive, you know, all that kind of stuff. I even cut out the little pieces like this because I'm like, I can so tuck that into part of it and it'll feel like it's part of the cluster. But wouldn't it be cute if we start building it and let these florals kind of just take over the show? Because they're so stinking cute. Like this one right here can totally come down maybe I should just go totally centered with it. So this one can be, ooh, like right there, and have it go all the way up. I think it would be super, super cute. This one's only a partial piece, so, you know, we'll work with that and go and go and go. I like that this one's a partial, so we can have it stop right there, and, you know, we can have it go. Guys, we have to see all of what I meant. So I think we're going to have the florals come in. Then, oh, but wait. We've got these kind of beautiful pieces like this. Now, on this one, I think this piece might just disappear. We want it to be stuff on here that's going to get shown off a lot. So I'm rifling through. Like, guys, look at how cute. Oh, I definitely like that coming down. So I will pop, now I know I'm popping up Golden Season and that piece. And then I've got just a few little leafy bits, and I like the idea of some of the little greenery coming out of the flowers. So that gives me a total basis of where to start. I'll be back in a minute. So I like this placement. At this point, I'm going to just start getting some of these little floral bits on. I'm going to make sure to only put adhesive kind of near the center of them because I want to bend up some of their little floral tips, and I won't be able to do that if it's totally down tight. So let's see, I have a flower there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that will work for me. I like that there. Just one coming off the bottom because I don't want to waste any of these bits that I went ahead and cut out. So I'm making sure to use kind of like the cast-offs, not that they're cast-offs, but the ones that are on the edge of the page. I think that would make it just a little tiny bit more fun. All right, so we have those, right? Then go ahead and get a pair of scissors. I'm going to put some of these leafy bits, but I don't need the whole thing. So what I can do is cut it off in a couple places and get just a little bit more bang for my buck with them. Just go ahead and tuck that one there. I'm not tucking it all the way down. I'm just having, or I should say I'm not gluing it all the way down. I'm making sure that we can get some movement still from all of those cute little leafy branches. So these would just be sticking up willy-nilly. Okay. So I have that. Now I want to go through and see what I think of these other bits. Now I have lots of pattern paper left over, so it's not fully, oh, that's cute. I'm going to put this little butterfly right next to my daughter. So I have some of that really pretty green coming across. I don't need to use up all the pieces because I have lots more paper to use. But guys, look at how pretty that rose is with the roses in the background. Like, ugh. But not for this layout. Let's see, I'm gonna look for, didn't I have another little leafy bit? I did. I cut out one more leafy bit. Now find that and tuck it in, and then I'm just gonna spend some time playing with lots and lots of sequins to sparkle it up. All right, guys, so I played with this a little bit, and I did end up putting my 1 dots right here in the center. I loved bringing the yellow up. And then we've got these gorgeous little chipboard pieces. And I thought I would go ahead and put 2 of the hearts where the little like cutouts would be in those letters. And I have 2 down here, and it's super cute. Then I just kind of zhuzhed up some of the centers of our flowers with extra sequins. Few sequins here, and that's done. And I kept looking at it going, why do I feel like it's done so quickly? But sometimes it just is. It just is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use both the Shimmerz and Golden Wheat, as well as I'm going to come in with the first blush inklings that was in the bonus bundle. By the way, the sequins are part of the bonus bundle. And I'm just going to do some really simple splatty bits. Not going to be too precious about it. I just want to get a nice little bit of product so I can have some of the background in the foreground and the foreground and the background, as you have heard me say roughly 1,000 times. But I think it always makes it come together. You're like, what is missing from this? And as soon as you do just a little bit of your mixed media splatters, the whole thing starts feeling like it was on purpose. Now, keeping in mind, I had no plan with where I was going with this layout. I was just going for it. But already it's looking like it was totally planned out. All right, a little bit more of this gorgeous golden wheat color across here. I'm going to get some of that really pretty pale pink splatty bits that we get in the first blush inklings. And this will be done. So as soon as that dries, I'll come back and show you my finished project. All right, y'all, this is this layout finished. I love that little extra added bit of splatty bits on these embellishments. It totally brings it all the way around into mixed media on top and bottom. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have links down below for the Shimmerz Paints website, for the Facebook group and the blog, so you can see what the rest of the design team has done with Shimmerz Paints this month. Obviously, what I've done with Shimmerz Paints this month and what other people who love these paints have been creating as well. What else? Oh, guys, and remember, when you put your order in with Shimmerz, go ahead and put my name in the comments section because you'll score yourself a little bit of a freebie. And, you know, freebies are my fave. Okay, guys, that's what I have. Still shots right there. And I'll see you guys ever so soon with another video. Bye, guys.